white. Like it beef with in the city. Keep that doggy in a 360 deal pulling. What's that? Mind your business. Sports Center, Rodeo put a kill it. Before I ate, I need a closet like a clothing store. I need a cash register. You need help with something? Pump the gas or something. Order 2K1s on that, put confetti on. Catching slip. I gotta keep my so I won't go to alone. Not over.
If you don't shut your mouth, punk,
About game time, the pain time. You good, MP?
Good luck out there, MP.
Kids at the ice show last weekend.
Oh yeah? I was up at the top.
Oh, I sat right near the glass.
I got the $20. You?
having an issue of any kind that needs to be addressed, please text the word something along with your issues and seek location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Celtics fans, during our next home game, we will be doing another giveaway.
Hi, folks. The NBA regular season rolls on. This game, part of the NBA Cup. Here with Grant Hill, Doris Burke, and Ali LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining us at the Pistons looking to build on last season, Shams. What's the key for them this year?
Well, a big part of it was continuing to build on last season and bringing back some of their core. And we've seen how the right vets catalyze this young team. So getting those guys back in the mix, that was a big priority this summer, continuing to add shooting around Cade Cunningham.
And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals, but I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cade Cunningham out there with Johnson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. No good on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Cunningham outside. Back to MP. This one for three. Oh, another miss by MP. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Tatum against Cunningham. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. 5 to shoot. The three is up. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. MP scanning the floor. Cunningham outside. Pass to Johnson. Takes a three. Offensive board. Duren with a screen on Brown. 2 in the cold. Oh my goodness! Cocked it back and fired it home!
Boy, MP, what a... fancy finish.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Here's Pritchard. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver is the league and is supercharged by technology. Social media and our phones are a big part of the game.
Can you imagine it any other way at this point?
Absolutely not.
Pass to Pritchard. Takes a 13-footer. Rebound Detroit. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Down low. Oh, deflected. Brown with the steal. Here's Shireman, pounded by Harris. It's Brown on the wing. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Back to Tatum. MP with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block. MP saying no, no.
To the middle. Here's Cunningham. And the layup is good off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Tatum. Inside. Tipped. Curran with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. MP right side. Fires from deep. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. MP, no good.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. You saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple of stars in today's NBA.
One of the things you love about MP is his appreciation for the history of the game, studying the former great players, weaving their strengths into his game.
Pritchard against Cunningham. On the wing, Tatum. Five on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. MP with the block.
Great defense. The activity of MP, so impressive right there.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
From deep three-point land. Brown can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And he gets it to go. Cade has got his second basket on the night.
Boy, what a pass by Jaylen Brown. Probably one of his most improved areas.
Pass to MP from outside the arc. Queta pulls it in.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Here's Shireman, still without a bucket. And here's Tatum. Clock at 6. Got it. Good job in the low post.
My goodness, the ability to adjust to defenders all around him makes Jason Tatum special. That's big-time hoops, folks.
Pistons trail by 5. Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, he lost the grip and he missed the dunk. Cunningham against Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. All right, chums, I got to ask you a personal question here. You know the screen time, that pops up on your cell phone? When your phone gives you that usage report, I assume that daily average is in double digits?
BA, I haven't looked. I don't want to look, to be honest. I'm clearly a power user, that's for sure. I think I would be ashamed of the screen time I have. Speaking of which, BA, do we have any outlets here at the desk? Can I charge my phone right now? Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I got it, BA.
The Shams carbon footprint. It's impressive. We got to get our news, though.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
To halt the run, and Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Johnson's got his third basket on the night right there. Now here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. They set the pick to the paint. Duren with a steal. They've got numbers. From deep, MP fires, hitting the triple. MP's got 10 points.
A dominant quarter, but he needs some help.
Pritchard surviving the D. To the wing on the left. From downtown. That one is off. Cunningham with some nice D. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Tatum. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I love big guards, and Cunningham using the sides to perfection.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
They've done a great job facilitating.
For those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's MP, and some very quick points for him on that possession. He's got 12.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
They've got Sam Hauser. He's out there with Jaylen Brown, and it's Boucher in at the 4. That's the Boston 5. And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
Cunningham against Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mina. 3-pointer off the mark. Detroit leading by 5. The drive out of this world. MP.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Boston has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Brown with it. Guarded by Stewart. Blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Brown. Here's MP into the lane. Boston pulls it in.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Boucher finds Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Garza. Again, the miss by Boston.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. And there's Thompson on the assist by MP. And now it's a 9-point Detroit lead.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls. Just great decision-making from him.
They set the screen. Foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Garza, and it's Peyton Pritchard in for Mina. And a switch here also for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart.
There's aggressive, and then there's trying to do too much. His scoreless effort is hurting this team.
Ivy passes to Johnson. MP hammers it down.
Oh, to have young legs. MP gets off his feet in a hurry for that finish.
And Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year. And devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. In situations like these, only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it less for regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Sinks the tray. Ivy's got 7 points here in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Cadis checked in for Boston. Shireman comes in for Hauser. Here's Shireman. No points yet. Pass to Pritchard. Now Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by Boston.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
From deep, MP. Second chance effort. And Duren lays it in. Duren's gotten his first bucket of the night.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Brown passes to Pritchard. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
This is the great vision and awareness that is now part of Jaylen Brown's game.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Brown. The shot by Johnson, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Pass to Brown. Doesn't go for him. Ivy with the defensive effort.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And Shams are seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. Duren with a screen on Tatum. Here's Johnson. Oh, MP throws it down.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Outside Tatum. From the arc. Thompson pulls it in.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Tatum against MP. Pass to Duren. Detroit moving the ball around. And here's Thompson for 3. Tatum pulls it in. There's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Celtics trail by 15. Now Pritchard. Give him 8. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on MP. Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Namias picked up.
He misses the free throw. And a busy summer for trade, Shams. What went into that frenzy of activity?
BA, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open. Teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
BA, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Sean, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
Cunningham passes to MP. Pass to Harris. Tatum with a steal. Hauser outside. Now here's Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Hauser. There's Tatum with the three. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
This is not what they need from him this quarter. He is way off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this news.
Man's got things to do.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Detroit, they stay right near the top of the rankings at number 2. Fitting for a team with just so much talent. And kudos to the coaching staff for getting the most from that talent.
Duran with a screen on Pritchard. Johnson passes to Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. 17-point game. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
MP way outside. The long-distance three is buried. MP's got 28, and so it's Detroit, leading by 17 at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the... Here's hoping for a speedy recovery.
Hold up. Some of these injuries aren't that bad. They should be back out there playing already.
Listen, Shaq, just because they gave you a doctorate doesn't make you a doctor.
But I did have a residency at Man Up Hospital, and that's all the qualifications I need.
Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Boston Celtics.
Well, these guys can't hit the threes. Pretty hard to win like that these days.
Maybe they went to the Dr. O'Neill's School of Shooting.
Big talk for somebody who averaged 11.9999, a.k.a. 12 points a game.
That's over a long time of years, though.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Grant, you've played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. MP is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And as we near the into the group stage. Let's see where we stand in the NBA Cup tournament.
Well, this is an interesting format. Since each team plays so few games towards the NBA Cup, they get weeded out in a hurry.
Brown against Johnson. Outside, Brown. Tatum passes to Queta. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Duren. And now a moment for the 2K leaderboards. The top scoring teams in the NBA. Boston in second.
They've been having a great season on the offensive end of the floor. It never takes this team long to put big points up on the board.
First free throw is good. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, BA. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways. But when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Outside Pritchard for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Pritchard's got 14 points for the game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pritchard, the pass to Queta. On the wing, Tatum. Just 4 to shoot. Nice look inside from Tatum.
I like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
And here is Thompson. MP left side. Cunningham outside. Johnson against Tatum. And they'll get another chance. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Detroit shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Duren.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Pass to Queta. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Friday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get. But I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
Pass to Harris. The kick out to Johnson. Detroit moving the ball around. Shoots over Tatum. MP shot is off.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
A nice shot by Tatum.
That Tatum doesn't need a whole lot of space. You give him any look from 3, and you're in trouble.
The Pistons lead by 12. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Tatum against Thompson. Tatum passes to Queta. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Queta's got 4 points in the quarter.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
MP outside. Power move from MP.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Brown with it. Still no points. Pass to Queta. Here's Brown. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Fires for three. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Tatum against Thompson.